Workplace mental health has become a significant issue and challenge for businesses throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Employee assistance programs and general support services like Lifeline are seeing significant increases in requests for help. Pair this with the most recent statistics indicating that the average mental health related workers' compensation claim lasting more than 20 weeks. It's certainly something that businesses need to stand up and take notice. To help shine a light on this, On Demand HR reached out to Matthew Council from Altius Group, a national EAP provider, to get their insights as to what's really going on at ground level. And we wanted to share this conversation with our broader audience.
Now that's really interesting, and I really appreciate you giving us some of those insights. Talk me through, in terms of utilising an EAP program, particularly in the context of the situation that we find ourselves in at the moment. Can you talk me through perhaps some of the benefits of the EAP program and how an EAP program would manage or assist people in managing these sorts of situations?
Yeah, definitely. So for those that aren't aware, EAP, Employee Assistance Program, it's a confidential counselling service that is typically funded by an employer. So if an employee would like to access these services, speak to your manager or employer to see if you are connected with an EAP service. And then it's simply up to the employee to be able to reach out confidentially, speak to someone either, at 24 hours a day. You can speak to someone as part of crisis management, or you can book in to see a counsellor and speak to someone. The greatest benefit at the moment and the biggest shift we've seen in the last 18 months is the continuing adoption and people getting really comfortable with telehealth. I think it's one of the, it was always part of the government's national health framework in terms of their digital framework that they were looking to move healthcare and connect people in remote areas. But 2020 certainly pulled the trigger on that one and forced everyone to get used to Teams and then recorded webinars and interviews. But telehealth has been, I think, a saviour for a lot of people. So obviously as a business where we do a lot of site counselling, that is historically has always been face-to-face counselling, where we've just seen a huge uptake of telehealth, and that's happening across all age demographics as well, which is good. But particularly the millennial and the younger generation coming through, our digital natives, they're certainly very, very comfortable with using telehealth services. The benefit of that, as I mentioned, there's people in regional areas who are now able to get access to mainstream services. In regional areas, there might only be one or two local therapists or counsellors with huge waiting lists, whereas people are now able to get in, access and speak to someone anywhere in the country at quite short notice.
Thanks for that, Matt. I really appreciate that sort of understanding of EAP services, and certainly on our end, we're seeing more and more clients utilising PeopleSense, and they're finding it a very valuable resource for their employees. And we see it as a twofold thing. We see it as certainly a something that helps to manage obviously the employee's present situation, and the employer offers them something immediate and there to deal with obviously the stresses that they're experiencing either inside or outside of work. That's one thing. But what we also see as a great benefit of it is that it often can deal with those issues early and prevent sort of other more prolonged either absence from work and or certain types of claims being made against the employer. So we do see that there's that really twofold benefit of it. So appreciate some further thoughts on that.